Students, counselors, families, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining the Missouri ACAC Virtual College Fair. My name is Zach and I will be your facilitator for this evening's 45-minute college fair. We are doing the 6x6 model tonight, which means we have 6 great institutions here to teach you all about their schools. They will each be presenting for 6 minutes, and then they'll hand it off to the next college to present for 6 more minutes. That being said, the representatives are here behind the scenes the entire time. So if you have any questions, you don't need to wait for that institution to be presenting to ask questions of that institution. You can ask questions via the Q&A button that you see on your screen. When you send in a question, it gets sent just to our panelists and they'll answer the question during the session via typing. And then we may have some time for some round robin or general questions at the end as well. Your cameras and your microphones are turned off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. So any questions you have, make sure you type them in through that Q&A button. This is hour 2 of a 3-hour Missouri College Fair tonight. So we encourage you stick through this session, sign up for a few more sessions in the next hour, and also check out the recordings. The recordings for all of these sessions will be posted tomorrow at strivescan.com/Missouri. So if there's information you missed, if you want to screenshot something from tonight's presentation, check back with those recordings tomorrow. The first institution we've got is Lynn University. Bianca, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And as Bianca gets ready for their presentation, a reminder, use that Q&A, send in those questions to the representatives through the duration of the session. And Bianca, take it away.
Awesome, thanks, Zach. Hi, everyone. Good evening, or maybe, well, yeah, I guess good evening for you. My name is Bianca Simboli, and I am one of the admission counselors at Lynn University. We are located in Boca Raton, Florida, so we're about an hour north of Miami. I work with all of the students in Missouri and other parts of the Midwest, so I'm certainly missing visiting your area this year. For those of you that aren't that familiar with South Florida, Boca Raton is in the heart of South Florida. We're about 5 miles to the beach, which is incredible. Obviously, you can assume that the weather in South Florida is pretty great year round. We're having a pretty great week this week. It's about 80 and sunny, so I don't hate that. Boca Raton is actually a really interesting area. It's one of the fastest growing metropolitan areas in the US. So it's pretty unique in that there's a lot of opportunities for students to take advantage of, whether it's internship wise or just fun things to do. There's about 40,000 university students in Boca alone. So it's kind of becoming, or has been, a college area for quite some time now, with a few other universities in the area. So there's a lot of things for students to do. Lynn University is actually ranked as one of the top most international schools in the region for our size. I'll talk a little bit more about that as I go through this presentation. But there's 3 major things that we focus on at Lynn that make us unique, and that's our personalized approach to education, our global perspective on education, and our innovative nature. So our student population, we have about 3,000 students on campus. So we are a smaller private university in South Florida. But of those 3,000 students, we have about 20% of our student population coming from almost 100 different countries. So we do have a large international population. About 35% of our students are from the state of Florida, and then the rest make up 46 different states across the country. So we really have students coming from all over, and we're also seeing a growing number of students coming from the Midwest in particular. In terms of our personalized approach, we want to make sure that you're getting to know your faculty on campus. So we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and oftentimes you'll find that our class sizes are even smaller than that, depending on your major. So we really do pride ourselves on you getting to know your faculty and engaging in conversations so that they can help tailor your academic experience at Lynn. One thing that's really unique about our curriculum at Lynn that was redesigned about 10 years ago by our faculty is our core curriculum, what would be known as our general ed curriculum at another university. We call it the dialogues, and the dialogues are focused in these 5 areas of concentration. So rather than having a traditional liberal arts curriculum where you study English, math, science, social science, etc., our core is more of an applicable study of liberal arts concepts. So for example, students who are maybe in our College of Business maybe don't need to take calculus per se, or biology 101 with a lab. So our students in the business program are going to be focused more in statistics, or perhaps an environmental policy class. So it's a little bit different in terms of how our students are learning at Lynn. We want to make sure that through the dialogue curriculum, you're building your skills in communication, critical thinking, collaboration, all of those essential skills that you need when you graduate, regardless of the major that you study in. So it's a little bit unique to Lynn, but again, that's our core curriculum that has been nationally recognized, which is really great. You can see all of our majors here listed to the right. We have 6 different colleges at Lynn. So we have a College of Aeronautics, a College of Business and Management, our College of Arts and Sciences, Communication and Design, Education, and a Conservatory of Music. So we have a really interesting variety of degree programs. The majority of our degrees can actually be completed in 3 years as well. So any of the programs that are a traditional Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts can be completed in 3 years, saving our students a full year of tuition. So it's a really great opportunity, and our students can choose to participate in that when they get to campus their first year. So you can kind of get your feet wet and then decide if you want to accelerate that. But all of our degrees are focused in professional studies. So in addition to having our core liberal arts type of curriculum, all of our majors are going to be focused to prepare you for specific career paths. So you really get that balance of experiential learning in addition to kind of learning those theoretical critical thinking concepts. One thing that's really unique, and this is kind of where we focus on our innovation, is our iPad-powered learning program. So Lynn is an Apple Distinguished School, and we've been recognized 4 years consecutively by Apple for our use of technology in the classroom. So every student, when they get to Lynn, gets an iPad. Right now, they're the iPad 12 Pros, so they're really useful. You get your keyboard as well as an iPencil, and the majority of your textbooks are actually going to be downloaded right on the iPad. So we're eliminating you carrying around your textbooks in addition to the cost of textbooks as well. And the faculty really use this as part of our curriculum at Lynn. So you'll get to use that quite a bit. In addition to that, we're a Division II nationally ranked athletic university. We have 19 different teams and we've won 25 national championships. We have over 60 clubs and organizations as well as studying abroad. Our social media is really active, so you can find all of our social media handles there on the right. So I definitely recommend you check it out. In terms of the application process, we are a test optional university and we have been for quite some time. So even with all of the changes happening in the last couple of years with admission, we have been test optional. So for us, we are really looking for the potential in a student. We really want to get to know you through your application process. So we do focus quite a bit on your essay and your letter of recommendation that you'll submit with your application. We're on Common App, or you can submit the online application on our website. In addition to your transcripts. So that's all for me. I'll let Zach take it back, and I look forward to your applications in the fall.
All right, thank you so much, Bianca, for sharing that information. We are in session E3, so this is our order. That was Lynn. Next up, we've got St. Leo University. As Connor grabs screen share from me for St. Leo University, did you know it is a 3-hour and 45-minute drive from Lynn University on the east coast of Florida to St. Leo University? We're heading towards the west coast of the state of Florida, up and over. Connor, teach us everything about St. Leo University.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zach. Yeah, we're on the Gulf side of the state of Florida. So thank you for taking some time out of your evening to learn about St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you're looking to get out of that chillier weather, definitely make a trip down to the Sunshine State, and we would love to show you around. So my name is Connor Schaefer. I am the Senior Assistant Director here at St. Leo University's undergraduate admissions. I am also a proud alumni of St. Leo. So I went to St. Leo for my undergraduate and graduate programs from the Northeast, coming from New Jersey. So I completely understand what it is like if you are looking to go to college out of state. My contact information is listed at the bottom of the screen. So if you don't get any questions answered in the Q&A today, definitely feel free to reach out through email or by phone, and I would be more than happy to help you through the admissions process. So what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we are actually the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We are actually also the second largest Catholic institution in the country, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, here on university campus in Tampa Bay, you are going to say, if you visit tomorrow, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on this campus, and you are 100% correct. So here on main campus, we have our figures at the bottom of the screen. We have about 3,000 students on our main campus in Tampa, serving over 100 different countries. So we do have students from all around the world and 44 different states. So you never know who you're going to be sitting next to in a classroom. Also, St. Leo is ranked #4 in the South this year for best value. So you know you're going to get a great education out of your investment. If you are worried or your family or friends are worried about you coming down to Florida for college, do not worry. St. Leo is actually the safest campus in the state of Florida and 7th in the nation. It is a really easy application process to apply to St. Leo. We are on the common application, or you can also apply for free on our website. We are also test optional. We've been test optional. So if any freshmen, sophomores, or juniors are watching this presentation today, do not worry. St. Leo will still be test optional when you decide to apply. We do have a wide variety of different academic programs, over 50 you can choose from, including our honors program and some awesome accelerated programs, which include our 3+1 programs, where you get a bachelor's degree in 3 years and a master's within 1 year. And we also have a 3+3 pathway to law school, where we have a partnership with Barry University down in Miami and Florida State University up in Tallahassee. Some of our popular majors on main campus would include biology, criminal justice, education, sports business, and computer science for our first year students. St. Leo is thriving in the medical field, so we actually have been adding a couple different medical field majors each year. This past year, we added our health education and health promotions. And this coming fall, we are super excited to announce we will be adding our BS in nursing. I always said as a student, especially coming from out of state, if you're bored on St. Leo's campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. So to give you an idea of our locations in Tampa Bay, we're about 30 minutes north from downtown Tampa and an hour west of Orlando. So no matter which direction you go, you're going to hit an awesome city. We do have daily mass for students that do want to invest a little bit more into their faith, and also a strong campus ministry, but it is not a requirement. We do have over 22 different NCAA Division II athletic programs, a part of the Sunshine State Conference. If you are looking to be a student athlete at St. Leo, I definitely recommend filling out one of our recruiter forms on our athletic website. St. Leo does have over 70 different clubs and organizations on campus, including Greek life, esports, intramurals, and the list goes on and on. I know one thing I was really excited about as a student was the off-campus trip the school sponsors. So St. Leo sponsors trips that could be as simple as going to Walmart or your local shopping centers. But we also like to do some fun things for our students, where we bring them to Disney, Universal. Also in the Tampa area, a lot of different activities. I've done indoor skydiving. We also bring our students, if you're interested in sports, to the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we're actually the exclusive educational partnership to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just won the Super Bowl this year. So there's a lot of fun things going on in the Tampa area. We are a residential campus, so we do have 14 different residential halls, and you will have housing on campus all 4 years. Some of our newer apartments on campus were actually recently ranked in the top 10 residence halls in the nation. So a cool thing with one of our residence halls, a fun fact, we actually had our own episode on the show Tanked on Animal Planet, where they came and made us a fish tank. So if you ever tour campus, please make sure to see that fish tank. It is pretty awesome. If you're a Starbucks fan, we did just open on campus our Benedict's Coffee House. And this coming fall, we're super excited to announce we will be opening our brand new wellness center. So if you thought you're already going to a resort for college, this facility is going to make it feel even more as if it's a resort. The photo at the bottom right screen can give you a little glimpse some of the newest shots of what it will look like. And a fun fact, that pool, the infinity pool, will actually be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida that has a beautiful view past to our Lake Jovita. Again, here is my contact information. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out or ask questions in the Q&A. St. Leo is open for tours on campus, and we have our virtual tour on our website. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you, Connor, for sharing that information about St. Leo University. We are going to take a 100-hour bike ride from the western coast of Florida to the western border of Missouri, from one Catholic institution to the next. Rockhurst University is up. Will, go ahead and grab screen share from me. As Will does that, a reminder, use that Q&A, send in those questions to your admissions reps. You've got some great folks here ready to answer questions. And Will, take it away.
Oh. There we go. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Will Brazel with Rockhurst University, and very excited to be with you this evening. I see what they did here with the Chiefs, put us behind the Buccaneers there out of Tampa Bay. I see how it is, but we're A-okay. But as we go forward, Rockhurst University is a private four-year Catholic Jesuit institution. We are located right in the heart of Kansas City. As we go forward, we have a lot of amazing programs and a lot of hands-on activities for you to get involved in over here. We have over 70 different types of degrees and programs on our campus, close to over 80 different types of organizations. With our campus as well, we have around 3,000 students. We are a smaller campus as we have about 1,500 undergraduates and about 1,500 graduate students. Many of our programs will transition to graduate and also go on to get your doctorate degrees. On campus with our professors, we're sitting around 14-1. Each year it keeps shrinking. It's a fantastic opportunity because our professors is what we're really focused and get our hands out and about. As we go forward, we'll talk about the athletics and we'll get you on the opportunities of, say, get your hands out and about, a lot of internships, a lot of job placements coming from us. But with our background, we are, again, a Catholic Jesuit institution. We're one of 27 institutions here in the United States. We really focus in on our core values and really put it in our teachings throughout our whole entire education. It's fantastic, and especially with like our president with Father Curran, he's very involved, and you're going to get meet and greet a lot of courses as well. As you're coming into over Kansas City, again, we're far enough away from home, but close enough to come back for you, so you're not too shabby there. But you will be involved in and around the community, and many of our programs will not only just tie into the Missouri side, but also across the state line when you're dipping your toes into Overland Park, Leawood, Kansas, and things like that. But we do a fantastic job of making sure with the service side, you're out and about in the public. For internships, you're going to meet and greet a lot of businesses, a lot of different corporations and things like that coming in. And again, with our student activities, I'd love to get you out and about, especially for those free tickets to the Royals games as well. And as we go forward, again, from the barbecue to museums, and you have a lot of opportunities to get out and about. We love to have students come from not just the United States, but all over the world. And we want to get you involved as much as we can with the city of Kansas City because it is the heart of the Midwest and we have such a great time. And again, we really, really gel with the city of Kansas City. And also we've been there since 1910 and it has been a lot of fun. As you see on our campus here, we sit on 55 acres. We sit in the heart of KC. We're directly across the street from UMKC, which is University of Missouri, Kansas City. We're about a half mile away from the Country Club Plaza. We're about 5 miles away from Arrowhead Stadium and the Royals and things like that. So we'll get you out and around. But again, we're very close to the heart of everything. Transportation is great, and we have a lot of fun on our campus to keep you involved as well. As you go forward, athletically, again, we are NCAA Division II. Many of our programs are ranked in the top 10. Last year, our women's volleyball team went to the national championship. Unfortunately, we lost, but again, we have high competition coming through at the Midwest, and we do get you out and about, and you will get to travel and you get to have a lot of fun. We are in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, so we are one of the farthest ones out from Kansas City to St. Louis to Chicago out to Indianapolis. You're going to have a lot of fun traveling. So if you ever dip your toes into athletics, let us know. We'll definitely help you out with that. If you're looking to find your passion and looking to find the great education from Rockhurst, we have a lot of opportunities for you to get your hands dirty and come on in and have some fun, especially from just regular majors going, then you're dipping your toes into pre-professional degrees. We will definitely take care of you as you're coming on over. Rockhurst, this is our third year being test optional. It's a big thing coming through right now. So you'll be able to just to submit your transcripts. We can help you get it admitted and go on through the next steps. But we're a bit seasoned, so we're ready for you on those opportunities. If you are looking to go into a couple of the direct entry and or pre-admit programs, we have a lot of hands-on work here, especially with the nursing and education and engineering. Our communication science disorders is our speech pathology, and it is a lot of fun, but we do have a lot of great opportunities for you as well. Nursing is a big thing. We just bought and acquired St. Luke's College of Health Science. They're actually our 4th academic college on campus, and we are very blessed to have them join with us. It opens us up, and again, as you graduate from us, 100% job placement rate. Can't complain about that, but it's a lot of hands-on work, and you're going to have a great opportunity with the St. Luke's programs. The faculty and staff on campus is the heart of us. We have 89% of our professors on campus have a doctorate degree or the highest degree in their field. These men and women are awesome, making sure that you are updated on courses. They talk to you on weekends. They're going to help you with tests. They're going to help you with job placements and things like that. It is unbelievable what these men and women can do. We do have research opportunities on our campus. So when these professors get a little bit of grant money and things like that, make sure you jump on and you get working hard and you get to have some fun there. Our honors program is extremely tough to get into, but once you get into that, it's going to be beneficial because that really gets you out and about and the community and really dip your toes into the places that you want to go. We do have study abroad programs, and it's a lot of fun there. The student life, you're going to get out and about, and you're going to have a lot of fun. Definitely going to have the Kansas and Missouri side going, so you can't complain there. We do have a lot of Greek life on our campus. We are national organization, so you'll be getting in your local, state, and national government bodies. The service learning side on our aspect is unbelievable. We love to get you out and about in the community, and we have to have a lot of fun, but also we do service immersion trips all over the United States. When you're looking to apply, you can apply regularly through Rockhurst and or through the Common App. We'll definitely take your transcripts and test scores, and we'll get you ready to rock and roll there. And when you are looking for admissions consideration, check us out. We're going to help you along with the next steps and definitely take care of you there as well. We do have a lot of merit scholarships and things like that, but as we go forward, we're always here to help. But overall, keep us up to date. And again, with anything from college placement to AP courses and stuff like that, we do extremely well transferring nationally, and we'll definitely take next steps forward. But if you're looking for a little bit more help and you really want to come to Kansas City and check us out, let us know. We'll definitely take care of you. We do have on-campus visits, and we'll treat you right and get you some barbecue. But overall, I hope all is well, and best wishes.
Thank you so much, Will, for that. That barbecue offer sounds awesome. A reminder, we are recording all of these sessions, so if there was a slide that Will went through that you wanted to go back to, you'll be able to check out that recording tomorrow. We are going to move on down to St. Mary's University. Go ahead and grab screen share from me, John. And as John does, it's a quick 12-hour drive from Kansas City, Missouri, through the state of Kansas, through Oklahoma, and through most of the state of Texas to get to our next institution. We have St. Mary's University. Go ahead and take it away, John.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to take a few minutes of your evening this night. We have a few minutes. I'm going to go through a few things. The biggest thing is I want you to remember this slide. I'm responsible specifically for all of Missouri and Illinois for our institution. And I'll go over briefly what we're about and some things that might get kind of unique when you're looking at the college decision. One big thing I do want to point to is our agreement with Zemi. It's a social media platform that we allow for students to connect with one another. It's been a really great opportunity for students to get to know one another and get to know the institution in kind of a different way. So I highly encourage you to find us there. So St. Mary's University is located in San Antonio, Texas. We are the oldest Catholic school in the American Southwest and in Texas. We've been around since 1852. A few things, statistics that you can find online. Our average class size is 16. Our undergraduate population is about 2,400. The coolest thing on this slide is that we recently created an esports team. Specifically, we actually have a new esports arena that's sponsored by Spectrum Internet. And we have 12 Alienware machines, and we're competing against a bunch of Division I schools, even though we're Division II. So we're really excited about that opportunity for a lot of students. So why St. Mary's and kind of the sea of fantastic institutions that are here and across the country? I like to narrow it down to three things: innovation, mission, and outcomes. So first is innovation. These are just some of the cool things that some of our students get to do here on campus. You'll see we have a brand new drone lab. We have a drone certification program through our computer software engineering program. SeaWorld here in San Antonio, Texas, we have an agreement for both our biology students and for our psychology students to work with the beluga whale pod. So you see Dr. Hill with some of our students there. We do have a 3+3 law school program. John Cornyn, the senator from the state of Texas, is one of our alumni, as well as 830 other elected officials across the country. You'll see our anatomotage table, which is a giant iPad that allows you to digitally dissect 4 real cadavers. Our biology program is our most popular program on campus. We have, over the past 10 years, a 75% entrance rate into medical school. The national average being around 33%. In Texas is about 45%, so something we're very proud of. And then our Greehey School of Business is AACSB accredited, and for schools of our size, that's exceedingly rare. So it's one of our stronger programs. But I like to highlight this because just some of the cool things that our students get to do. You also see we did a site visit for Google. We have a couple of our business students there that are in upper management that allowed some of our business students to actually take a tour out there in California. So that was pretty awesome. Next is mission. We are a Catholic Marius institution. We're one of 3 across the country, the other ones being Chaminade University and University of Dayton in Ohio. We were very proud of that heritage. Although you're not required to be Catholic to attend the institution, it definitely informs who we are as an institution and how we view education. And the strongest value as of this whole pandemic that I think has been really notable is our ability to adapt and change and to have a very successful educational experience through the pandemic. So it's something that we're very proud of as an institution. That's Reinbold Hall. That's what it literally looked like today with that beautiful palm tree. It did not die in our winter storm that we had in February. I know winter storms is normal for you in Missouri, not normal for us here in Texas. Today was 90 degrees. That's a pretty normal day in late April, early May. So some outcomes that I do like to share. We are very proud that even though we are a smaller institution, we have some heavy hitters that we work with. We recently had 2 students that were hired at Standard & Poor's in London, which is one of the top trading houses in the country. The same thing for Goldman Sachs. If you're not aware, in South Texas, Mr. Elon Musk is starting to take a shine to our part of the country for whatever reason. And so we do have some people that are working at SpaceX as well as Tesla. And these are all the different schools that students are actually also going to medical school and graduate school. So I like to kind of highlight some of the activities that some of our students are doing, either graduate school or where they're going to work. And if you want to learn more about those or ever want to connect with alumni, we can do that. So we're really proud of all our students and what they're doing. So getting into the brass tacks of how to apply to St. Mary's, there's now 4 ways. We're about to release this publicly. It hasn't come out yet, but you can apply on Apply Texas if you're looking at Texas schools, the Coalition app, our online application, and this year will be on the Common App, which we're really kind of thrilled about because we know a lot of students from Missouri like to do it. We are test optional at this time. We are, as an institution, considering test-free admissions. So there's any type of penalty for merit scholarships or anything like that for students who are considering test-free. In fact, last year, 75% of our students who came to St. Mary's did so the test-free option. We are connecting with students both virtually and in person. That QR code takes you directly to our visit page, so you can learn a little bit more about the opportunities. What I always give as best advice, whether it's coming to St. Mary's or going to any other institution, if you have the opportunity to visit, I highly recommend you do that so that you can get an actual sense of what that place is, what it can offer, and if you can see yourself there. I personally oversee the campus visit experience, which is why I push it so hard, because like I said, I think it's really valuable in deciding where it's going to be the best fit for you. Like I said, my name is John Carrillo. I serve as the Director of Outreach Initiatives. I didn't mention that before. And I specifically oversee Missouri. So if you have any questions, that's actually my personal cell phone number. Please feel free to give us a call there. And like I said, find us on Zeme. You can connect with me and some of our students. So thank you so much for your time this evening.
Great. Thank you so much, John, for sharing that information. We are going to go from the south of Texas to the south of Florida. For Florida Southern College. Matthew, go ahead and grab screen share from me. So if you recall, we started in Florida, we swooped up to Kansas City, we dropped all the way down to Texas, and it probably makes the most sense to swim from Texas over to Florida Southern. So depending on how fast you swim determines the commute time. Matthew, go ahead and take it away for Florida Southern College.
Awesome, thank you so much. So my name is Matthew, one of the admissions counselors here at Florida Southern College, and I work specifically with students from Missouri. So let's dive on in. So we are located here in Lakeland, Florida. So we're about 45 minutes from Tampa and about an hour from Orlando. We were founded in 1883, which makes us one of the oldest private colleges here in the state of Florida. In terms of our student population, we have about 3,000 total students, with about 2,600 of them being undergraduates. You'll see that about 60% of our students are coming from within the state of Florida, and 40% of our students are coming from out of the state. Of that out-of-state population, you'll see that we have nearly all 50 states represented, as well as almost 50 different countries represented in that out-of-state population. In terms of our academic programs, we do have 70 programs of study that you can choose from, as well as 16 pre-professional tracks. And so what's kind of neat about that is that the program of study, that's your major, that's what you're getting your degree in. The pre-professional track, that's what you're studying if you're interested in graduate programs like medical school, law school, that's where you'll find that. So what's nice is that you can do something completely unrelated to your graduate school aspirations. So you could be an English major and be pre-med and be on the medical school track. So you can kind of do both of those. In terms of some of our most popular programs, you'll see biology, marine biology, business, nursing, and theater, just to name a few. We are a liberal arts college at our core. So in addition to what you're choosing to major in, you're also going to get a well-rounded education. You'll find that 40% of our students will either double major or minor during their time here at Florida Southern. Regardless of what you choose to major in here at FSC, you're going to get an engaged learning experience. You're going to get hands-on opportunities to take what you're learning in the classroom and put it into action. And we think this accomplishes 2 main things. The first piece is making sure that you love what you're studying. We want you to be able to go take what you're learning, take that notebook, textbook material, put it into action and be like, yes, biology is what I love doing, or accounting is the right fit for me. It's the right program for me. And these are some of the opportunities that really excite me with that. So that's one piece of the puzzle. But I think the second thing is that it's like building mini internship, mini research experiences into your day-to-day curriculum that's kind of preparing you for not only having experiences to talk about when you're applying for internships, when you're applying for research positions, but also kind of helps center you in terms of what you want to do. You get some exposure really early on in your career in your degree program. For example, going back to biology students, they'll be able to conduct a research project during their first year at Florida Southern. You'll know right away whether or not research is the thing for you and whether or not that's something you want to continue to pursue throughout your college career. Here at Florida Southern, you'll find that our average class size is 18 students with a student to faculty ratio of 14:1. So you're gonna have plenty of opportunities to get to know your professor, to get to know your fellow classmates. All of our classes are taught by professors here at Florida Southern. So you know that when you're in the classroom, you're learning from an expert in their fields. There are 3 guarantees that we offer to every student at Florida Southern, regardless of what they choose to major in. And we're gonna go highlight those 3 guarantees. So the first part is having the opportunity to study abroad. We do have traditional abroad opportunities. If you're looking to spend a semester abroad, you can do that. We also have Maymester programs, so going abroad during the month of May for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. But the program I specifically want to highlight is our Junior Journey program. Those programs are 7 to 10 days. They take place during school breaks. And because they take place during school breaks, we know that they're going to be accessible for your schedule, regardless of what your extracurricular and academic schedule look like. In addition to taking place during school breaks, there have little to no additional cost to our students. They're very accessible. Students will often do them during their junior year, but the senior year is also a possibility. There's an academic component to the Junior Journey, so you'll be going with classmates and a professor. You'll earn course credit while you're on this program. Maybe it's a great opportunity to pursue something you're passionate about and go take a field experience with that. Or maybe you just know what country you want to spend an abroad experience at, and then you'll learn the academic piece that goes along with that trip. The second guarantee is that you'll complete an internship. And I think the biggest factor in terms of helping our students succeed and when it comes to internships is understanding that they're going to look different for different students. They may be in a traditional office setting, they may be in a lab doing research, they may be working with a minor league baseball team. The Detroit Tigers have spring training here in Lakeland, and we have a minor league baseball team in their system, the Lakeland Flying Tigers. Lockheed Martin is an engineering company. Their financial operations are based here in Lakeland. So we're able to connect students with resources here locally in Lakeland, in that Tampa and Orlando area. As I mentioned earlier, they're not that far away, but we can also connect students with internships back home. So you're trying to go back to Missouri for the summer, you'll certainly have the opportunity to find internships closer to you. The last guarantee is that you're going to graduate in 4 years or less. And there's kind of 2 main ways we approach that. The first piece is being transfer credit friendly, which means we want to reward you for the rigorous courses you're taking in high school. Those AP, IB, dual enrollment courses, we're able to evaluate that credit and prepare a Florida Southern unofficial transcript for you so you know what credits would be following you to FSC if you chose to attend here. The second piece of that is your relationship with your advisors. You're going to meet with your advisor several times over the course of a semester. And through that, they're going to create a game plan, a roadmap for you. So you know what courses you need to take and when in order to graduate on time, completing all the things that are on your docket. In terms of general placement here at Florida Southern, you'll see students go into a lot of different things. Some will go into the workforce, graduate school, fellowships, military service, volunteering in general, but typically you'll see about 2/3 of our students entering the workforce 1 year after graduation and about 1/3 going on to graduate school. We are a very residential campus here at Florida Southern, so we actually have guaranteed housing for all 4 years, and we require housing for students for all 4 years. And I think one of the great parts about that is that it's going to create a great opportunity for you to have things going on campus throughout the week. You'll have things to fill your Tuesday afternoon, your Thursday evening with. There's always going to be things to do on campus. Kind of going along with that, we have about 100 different clubs and organizations. We have varsity D2 athletics here at Florida Southern. We have club sports, intramural sports. There's lots of ways to go show school spirit, compete, stay healthy, stay happy. And lastly, in terms of applying to Florida Southern, there's 3 ways to apply: the coalition application, the common application, or directly through our website. Any way you apply, it's entirely free to submit your application. We do have test optional and test considered policies, so you can choose to apply with or without your test scores. And when you apply to Florida Southern, you're automatically considered for merit scholarship that can range from $7,000 to $21,000 annually. And that's what I have.
Great. Thank you so much, Matthew, for sharing that information. And last up, we're going to go over to Binghamton University. So Byron, go ahead and grab screen share from me. Unfortunately, there's no direct flight from Tampa, Florida to Binghamton, New York. There is a connecting flight. It takes about 5 hours and 40 minutes to go from our last college to Binghamton here. But Byron, go ahead and take it away with the slides when you're ready.
Sure thing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Binghamton, I would say. So a couple of things. First off, my name is Byron Gittins. Pleasure to meet all of you. I am the Senior Assistant Director here at Binghamton University. Binghamton University is the #1 public in New York. In New York State, we have 64 public institutions, so it's the largest school system in the nation when we talk about the state institutions, universities, and colleges. I've been at Binghamton now for close to 2 years. I'm from Queens, New York, but I've been in admissions for 12 years total. So prior to Binghamton, I was at University of Maryland, College Park for several years, and before that at UConn, recruiting internationally. So a lot of experience working with students, especially when we talk about these #1 state schools. I think the one thing that attracted me to Binghamton, not only being from New York, is that the size of the institution. So we're looking at a school that doesn't have 30, 40,000 students on the campus. Yes, it's 930 acres, but you're only sharing it literally with about 17,000 students. At Binghamton, there's 6 schools and colleges. So we do get students that want to come here for engineering. They want to come here for nursing. They want to come here for community and public affairs. They want to come to Binghamton for pharmacy. We have some early assurance programs with some of our other schools within the system, as far as like becoming a doctor, dentistry, and things like that. We do have about 40,000 applications we get for 2,900 seats. So it's a very competitive institution, probably very similar to University of Missouri. When we talk about the retention rate of our freshmen, we are at 92%. So most of the students that we get do stay at Binghamton. There's a lot of reasons for that. One, it's competitive. So we are selecting the students with mostly A's and B's on their transcripts, the students that are taking rigorous coursework. So they are having IB classes or AP classes or some dual college enrollment or honors within their institution. It's also a fun school. I mean, we are a D1 institution. That's not the main thing you'd be coming for the sports, but certainly we have 21 Division I sports teams. There is 450 clubs and organizations, so students can get involved in anything from the cheese club to the debate team to lacrosse, hockey, you name it. I want to share a little bit of the campus with you because I think that's important to get a little tour of it. Okay, so where are we located? So a lot of folks that aren't from New York, they have no clue, but we are northwest of New York City. So it's about a 3-hour drive, which there's about 26 buses per day that go back and forth between Binghamton at the Regional Transportation Center down to New York City. But you can see where we're surrounded by a lot of major metropolitan cities, whether it's 5 hours to Boston or so on. Most students that are coming to Binghamton long distance, they're flying into the Binghamton airport. It is serviced by Delta, so you will be connecting to Detroit. So the airport is not large, but the flights that go in and out of Binghamton fly to Detroit via Delta Airlines. So that's how you would kind of get around there. When we talk about the cost of attendance at Binghamton, we're looking at out-of-state. It is a great value. So when I say great value, I mean out-of-state students pay about $44,433, which you can see there. Most of our merit scholarships, actually all of them, go to out-of-state students. So we are looking at the merits of the application, and there is a need component to it as well. So for those students coming to Binghamton for out-of-state, we do give healthy scholarships. I tell students it's important to be looking at things like retention rates, to be looking at cost of attendance, but also what are these average salaries once students leave? And at Binghamton, it's about $60,000 average salary for our students. We are on the Common App application. The application for early actions due November 1st. We are test optional. Fall has not been announced if we're going to be test optional for fall 2022 students, but we certainly will be looking at your application in its entirety.
Right. Thank you so much, Byron, for sharing that information on your institution. We have just a few minutes left, and so I'm going to encourage all of my college representatives to turn on their cameras, join me. We're going to do a quick round robin. We will go in the same order that we presented in, but I'd like you to share a special favorite event or tradition that you have on campus. So think about the exciting things that you do on campus and share with us, with all of the students watching, a favorite event or tradition on campus. So Bianca, take it away.
Yeah, so my favorite event, or one of our bigger events on campus, is what we call our Celebration of Nations. So this is because we have such a large and diverse international student population. We host an event on campus that celebrates all of our cultures on campus. So there's different food stations set up that are dining facilities. We'll make food from all over the world so students can try it. There's different like music happening and performances from all over the world. So it's really a way for our students to kind of culturally get to know their peers and where our students are coming from. So that's definitely my favorite tradition on campus.
Cool. Thanks, Bianca. How about you, Connor? Favorite tradition or event on campus?
Okay, so Bianca was the same thing I was going to say, so I'll go with my plan B. So at St. Leo, one thing I really enjoyed as a student during the Halloween time of the year, we actually completely changed one of our first year areas to a haunted house. So we call it Haunted Marmion. The male side of the residence hall is a haunted house, and then the female side is actually like more of a friendly. We invite members of the community, come trick-or-treating and things like that. So you walk in the halls and you don't even recognize it's a college residence hall. So it's kind of just a fun activity that students get to partake in.
Very cool. How about you, Will? Favorite tradition or event at Rockhurst?
Well, Zach, a pretty neat opportunity is Rockhurst Hawk Days. We're going to have rock mocks, and you're going to have service immersion trips and things like that around the Kansas City. But it's really neat because the alumni comes back. We'll have businesses, corporations. They're going to be on campus. They're going to be doing mock interviews, hands-on learning and things like that, just to help you grow as a person. You get to do it from your freshman year to your senior year. So you're going to get a lot of practice. You're going to get a lot of opportunities to meet people face to face. It's a really neat opportunity to get on campus, and you're going to meet and greet a lot of people. So be ready.
Very cool. Excellent. How about you, John? Favorite event or tradition?
Yeah, absolutely. So here at St. Mary's, we have something called Oyster Bake. It originally started as our homecoming, but it grew into a much larger event. In San Antonio, we have something called Fiesta Week. For lack of better analogy, it's basically Mardi Gras, except with less debauchery. But there's a party everywhere across the city each night, and our university kicks it off. So we have a 2-night event. We have 70,000 people on campus. There's obviously an entrance fee. There's 6 headliner stages with different nationally known acts. I personally oversee Section 2, which is all the country acts. So I'm really excited because next year I get to meet Josh Abbott Band, which is like my favorite band. But all that money it's all done by the Alumni Association, and all of the proceeds from that, we net about $1.5 million a year go to student scholarships. So it's a really popular event in South Texas. A lot of people from all over the state will come. But it also obviously is for good cause. So.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing. And Matthew, favorite event or tradition at Florida Southern?
So for me, I would say it's the Senior Splash. So here at Florida Southern, we're the largest single site collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture. And one of the key features of this is the giant water dome that we have that's outside of our library. It kind of looks like a mini lake. And unfortunately, students, you were not able to go into that until you were about to graduate from Florida Southern. That's one of your payoffs. So at the end of the year, right before you're about to graduate, you kind of have a pool party with all your classmates in the water dome that we know you've wanted to swim in ever since you've stepped foot on campus. So it's a really fun tradition. Students come full circle with that.
That is very cool. Thank you. And Byron, last up, favorite event or tradition you've got?
Yeah, I think for the students at Binghamton is the Light Festival. So it's called Luma Festival, and I'll stick it in the chat for you. That's kind of where they have projection mapping. So it's like taking objects and using lights to kind of design more like a technical beauty facade of a building. And this goes on downtown. It's incorporated in the spring fling of the weekend at campus. And it's usually pretty packed. It's one of the larger events in the Northeast in general. So a lot of students do enjoy it. Families enjoy it. And so it's pretty cool. Binghamton's a college town, so.
Cool. Well, thank you so much to our panelists for sharing their institution and also some of their events and traditions. Students and counselors, thank you for tuning in for today's session. As you close this window, a very brief 4-question survey will appear. We do ask for your feedback on today's session. We encourage you to sign up for additional sessions. There's one more hour that's happening for today, strivescan.com/Missouri. And all of these sessions, including the institutions you heard of today, will be recorded, and those recordings will be posted at strivescan.com/Missouri tomorrow as well. Thanks everyone for joining us, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.